Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to our webinars where we cover interesting topics in security, automation and related industries. Today's topic relates to use of open standards in security and actually how the use of these open standards bring actually benefits to the clients and how actually brings the flexibility to clients. Among these benefits, which are actually so many of them, we have like scalability and interoperability as a great examples. Of course, we have examples of flexibility and customization in terms of benefits. And of course, we also have like community collaboration when talking about open standards. So talking about open standards, actually, I will invite my speakers, my colleagues and experts in this case coming from Zenitel and Senstar companies. And they will tell to our audience and to us more about these open standards and how use of these open standards bring the benefits to clients. So as I mentioned, my guests today are actually three from Zenitel and Maciej from Senstar companies. And let's see actually how these companies are providing open standard solutions and actually how their clients are using the benefits on using of these clients. Sri, thank you very much for joining to today's webinar. It was great having you, and please, if you can introduce yourself.
Hey, Said, and hey, other people who I can't see here. Hopefully, there are a lot of people in this webinar. My name is Sri. I am from Zenitel, based in Norway, Oslo, Norway. I am heading the marketing and segment solution in the business unit safety and security. Thanks for the invitation, Said. Looking forward to this session.
Thank you, Sri, very much. Our next presenter is actually Maciej Kolbuszowski, if I'm right with the pronunciation.
It's okay.
Maciej is actually coming from Senstar company. Maciej, thank you very much for joining us today. Please, if you could introduce yourself to our audience.
Yes, thank you, Said. Thank you for the invitation. It's a great pleasure to be here. It's a pretty interesting topic and also a great opportunity to actually, put ourselves on the map in the Adria region. My name is Maciej Kolbuszowski. I'm responsible for sales in the Central Eastern Europe for Senstar. It's a Canadian company. I'm located in Poland. I'm a sales director, and I'm operating from Warsaw. And Balkans is very close to my heart region, and I'm happy to talk to you guys.
Great, thank you very much, Maciej. Okay, then let's not waste our time and of course the time of our audience. Let's immediately start with the questions and with the topic about this today's topic. So basically, speaking about open standards in general, let's start from the scratch. Actually, let's start from the definition. Why actually open standards are important for security industry, and actually what are open standards? Maciej, please.
I think about open standards as a solution to the problem that there is no a single perfect solution for every security problem. So in most cases, you need different bricks. In most cases, you need different products, different elements. They don't come from the same vendor, but you want to create a unified system that will solve your problem, and every problem is different. And open standards and open communication between different bricks, which are hardware, software elements, completely from different let's say worlds, I would say, that create one unique solution. And they allow first of all an interoperability between those elements, but also freedom of choice, because the designers, the end customers, integrators, and everybody, they want to create something special for a special project, but they need freedom. And to allow this freedom, this is the only way to use open standards. But it's also healthy for the market because it allows a fair competition, in my opinion. So that's my
Great
input here.
Thank you very much, Maciej. Sri, in your words, why actually open standards are important for security issues?
Thanks for this excellent question, Said. As I mentioned, I'm going to turn off my camera because I already see some challenges with my network connection today. Apologies for that one. Yeah, I think it's a great question. I strongly believe that open standards within the security industry have numerous benefits. Um, so today I'm going to really focus on those benefits as a way of highlighting the importance. So first and foremost, open standard ensure that the security system from various manufacturers can seamlessly communicate with each other. This is along the thoughts of what Maciej was talking about now, actually. So security technologies such as video, audio, and access control system can be brought together seamlessly using these out of the box integration, I call it. So out of the box integration that are, thanks to open standard, enabled by the open standard. What it does is that it allows the security system owners to create a comprehensive security workflow that allows them to monitor, detect, and respond to security threats faster and better. So in other words, the security system owners have a better sense of situational awareness of their buildings, and therefore open standard is actually helping them to take better decisions as well as faster response for any security threats. One of the other benefit
Great.
of Yeah, one of the other benefit. Sorry, Said, have you had a comment? Yeah, I'll continue that. So one of the other benefit I wanted to highlight here is actually the open standard is making us what I call it the plug and play. So when our products product supports open standards such as in our case OnWeave and SIP, most of our developments are done upfront to make sure that our products comply to whatever the open standard that we have decided to go with. So what it does actually, it eliminates the need for individual integration on a project by project basis. So by eliminating this project based integration, system integrators can now deliver the complete security solution faster than before. Not only that, in long run, it helped also to reduce the overall software development cost as you are now eliminating most of the project-based integration by being compliant to open standard. One last point I want to make here is actually, the open standard also makes the security system future-proof. What I meant by this here is that the open standard are continuously evolving and also improving. One such example is in the area of cybersecurity. You have seen how cybersecurity standards have been evolving very quickly in the last few years. This makes the system integrators and this makes the system security system vendors to also evolve with the standard. Not only it makes them, but also it kind of push them to evolve with the standard so that they can make sure that the products and solution that they are offering is complying to all of these latest standards. At the same time, since the open standard ensure that the security systems from different manufacturers can work together, it makes it easier for system owners to bring in new technologies or even replace an outdated technology without requiring a complete overhaul of the existing infrastructure. This means, they have a more convenient path to adapting new technologies as it becomes available immediately. So in summary, what I wanted to highlight here is actually open standards are playing a key role within the security industry by promoting interoperability, flexibility in terms of choice of vendors, as well as making the security system future-proof. Thanks, Sam.
Great.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you very much, Sri. Quite insightful and extensive answer when it comes to the benefits and why actually open standards Maciej, Sri actually mentioned some of these benefits. I would also like to ask you, what are actually the main benefits? You also mentioned like freedom of choice and delivery of security solutions, like fast delivery of security solutions. What would be actually benefit for maybe, let's say, for another groups like system integrators, installers, manufacturers? What are actually the benefits for these groups in terms of using open standards?
I think she basically he kind of covered all the most important things here, and I agree that he mentioned something that is very important. That I think this is beneficial for especially system integrators. That let's say you have a security system, all different parts they age differently. You have to change cameras after some duration of time, which is different. That may be software, that may be access control. And you can do it separately. So you can replace one part of the system completely independently without the risk that something will not work. You can just implement a new, let's say, updated version of the same vendor. Maybe you want to change a vendor. Maybe there's something special that you want to implement. And the open standards allow you to do it. So I think this is especially huge benefit for system integrators, that they have this, I wouldn't call it a freedom, but like they can sleep at night without horrors and nightmares that there will be an upgrade of, let's say, access control somewhere in an important facility.
I agree. Actually, when it comes to system integration, there are always some kind of challenges, and without actually use of open standards, it will be even more and bigger challenges.
Exactly.
Okay, now actually, I heard the intro part of this topic. I would like also to hear more from your sides, from your companies, and actually, what's the approach of your companies? So basically, Sri, if you could share the presentation with us to see actually how Zenitel, what is actually Zentel's approach on open standards, and how do you implement open standards in your company?
Sure. So let me try to share my screen. Hopefully this should work.
It's coming here.
Let me know when you can see my
Yep.
screen.
Yes.
Confirm.
Yeah. So I have few slides. I think for the benefits of this audience, I just wanted to start off with introducing Zenitel before we get into the benefit of open standard here. So for those who don't know Zenitel, we have a very long history within the audio. We have been delivering communication solutions for over 100 years now, as you see here. And we have offices in 16 countries with over 400 employees globally. And also we consider ourselves as the true pioneer within the audio business. And we put, approximately 10% of our revenue back into the R&D to create a truly world-leading audio products and solutions. In addition to our own presence in those 16 countries, we have more than 100 partners who are truly expanding sales Zenitel's present in various parts of the world. One, interesting statistics to highlight, since we have introduced IP intercom to the physical security market back in 2006, we have delivered more than 600,000 intercoms worldwide. With that being said, a bit more context to Zenitel again. So Zenitel businesses are divided into three separate business units. So the first one is the safety and security, which I belongs to, and this is part of the physical security industry as well. So within the safety and security business unit, we act as a manufacturer with indirect sales model. So our sales, safety and security center is in Oslo, but we deliver communication solutions to our customers via subsidiaries and our partners. We have a global partner presence. They are offering not only product but also pre-sales and after-sales engineering services such as design, installation, testing, commissioning as well. Then we have two other business units. Briefly, transportation solution and maritime and energy. They operate slightly differently. They act as a turnkey communication solution providers, so taking up additional scope such as design and engineering and testing and commissioning. Transportation solution is based out of UK, and their primary focus is to deliver communications solutions for ground transportation such as rail, road tunnels, and buses. And they have been delivering a communication solution to some of the high-profile customers such as London Underground and the Gatwick Airport. Maritime and energy operations are managed out of Norway from a place called Horten, and they deliver communication solutions to ship, offshore wind farms, and oil platforms. So maritime and energy, in addition to offering communication portfolio from Zenitel, they also offer third-party products such as IPTV. As such. So what we do within the BU safety and security, which I belongs to, we have three major product categories. The first and foremost, I just wanted to highlight that we deliver an end-to-end communication services, including the end devices, server platform, as well as the integrated solutions, as you see here on the screen. When it comes to our the first category, which is the intercom and help points, we deliver on customers' operational and security communication needs. That is primarily facilitating one-to-one communication between two different parties, such as visitors as well as the control room operators. In addition, we also offer a comprehensive public address and voice alarm system, allowing one-to-many communication sources, such as broadcast communication. Our PAVA portfolio, as you see here in the middle, offers voice alarm messages during an emergency situation such as fire evacuation. And our PAVA portfolio has been certified for integrating with fire alarm system. We also offer a wide range of IP speaker as part of our public address offering. And IP speakers are a cost-effective way of delivering broadcast messages to smaller areas such as, let's say, staircase. Our intercom and public address system are natively integrated. What it does actually, it allows the control room operator to manage both intercom call cases as well as public address and voice alarm call cases from a single unit or single console. In addition to these two portfolio, the topic of this discussion is the integrated services, and we offer integrated solution together with our technology partners. With the use of open standard and protocols such as ONWIF and SIP, we make it possible for adding audio to any security platform. Not only we offer support for audio, open standard, but also we deliver integration in multiple ways that we will talk about it in a minute. This truly makes Zenitel as an interesting and important player to work when it comes to audio communication within the physical security market. Before we get into the topic, I just wanted to quickly highlight the market segment that we operate within safety and security. We cover a wide range of market vertical across the globe, ranging from light industrial applications such as mixed-use building and retail to heavy industrial applications such as railway and industrial power plants. For these segments, we deliver purposely built products as well as customized integrated solution to address the customer needs exactly. So within this segment, our products are used for various use cases, such as, I mentioned about the public address system, I mentioned about the voice alarm system, but also other applications such as door entry communications and also operational communications such as, telephones for the staff, as well as help points and many more use cases that we offer. Then Then, before we get into the integration part, I just wanted to give you a brief overview of Zenitel's system architecture and talk about how we are different from other market players and how our way of working creates flexibility for system integrators and the end customers. Our solutions, we deliver our solutions in three different operation modes for better flexibility for system owners as well as installers. First and foremost, we offer standalone serverless operations using edge devices to more comprehensive. The first and foremost, we offer sorry, we offer standalone serverless operations using edge devices to more comprehensive, on the right hand side, to more comprehensive enterprise solutions with dedicated communication server. So first and foremost, focusing on our edge devices, over the last few years, we at Zenitel has been pushing intelligence into our edge devices, making them smarter than what it used to be. So this makes it less dependent on a dedicated communication server to work with. As an independent edge device, Zenitel intercoms and IP speakers can be deployed with third-party telephone networks, such as a third-party telephone network over SIP. This, of course, you can purchase our devices, whether it's an intercom or whether it's the IP speaker, and you can hook that into your existing telephony server or PABX, such as a Cisco Call Manager or Avaya platform. And this is a great option for those who already have a PABX system in place. Of course, this has some limitation when it comes to integration possibilities, because the integration possibilities are going to be, supported by this third-party, PABX or telephony system. So this is why we have the another level of flexibility with what you see in the middle ICH system. The ICH system is a cost-effective system for entry-level customers with potentially smaller installations. ICH also eliminates the need for a dedicated server. So this is a serverless system, but one of the edge device, so this could be one of the intercom or the IP speaker, become the audio server or audio controller, offering point-to-point call within the cluster. In addition, this audio controller can also offer limited integration possibilities towards security platforms such as video connection system and access control system over protocols such as ONWIF and SIP, which you will see in the next few slides. For the larger customers, or for the larger integrated enterprise solution, we have a dedicated communication server, which is called ICX-Alphacom, that is on the right-hand side of this slide. And ICX-Alphacom is offering a comprehensive call services, such as integration towards a radio system, broadcast call, group call, conference features, and so on. As well as it offers a comprehensive integration possibilities towards security platform over open standards such as ONWIF and SIP. In addition, we also offer not open standard based, but we also offer software based APIs for deeper integrations. With ICX-Alphacom also support SIP. This means that you can also connect ICX-Alphacom to a third-party call manager system like Cisco Call Manager as well. Okay. So I don't know the audience here, but I think let me take a few minutes to talk about why we in Zenitel believes audio plays an important role within the physical security market. So when you think about physical security market, very often people think about video cameras, people think about sensors, people think about the access control, but the importance of the audio is always overlooked. So I wanted, in this slide, wanted to highlight some of the benefits that you can gain through audio and integrating audio into your security mix. So video gives you the ability to monitor your property, but it doesn't allow you to take any immediate action when there is a security violation. So as an example, if someone is trespassing a property, yes, possibly with video analytics, the security guard can see what's happening, but he or she is unable to take an immediate action. The only thing that they can do, they can send a security guard to investigate the scene further. But by the time the security guard being dispatched to this remote location, the security threat might have happened already. In the same way, within the access control world, access control system, most of the access control system today allows you to, limit access to your building, but also in case of security violations such as tailgating, they can detect someone is tailgating. But then again, as with video, you have no possibility to deter or actively intervene that situation. I think this is where audio can play an important role, by being part of the security mix. So what audio does actually gives you the ability to take immediate action, more importantly, remotely, when the audio being fully integrated with your security system, such as video management system or intrusion control or access control system. So imagine a scenario where the security guard sees a break-in on the video camera. With our integration to security platform over OnWave, the security personnel, not only they can see the incident as it unfolds, but they can also now issue warning voice messages using our IP speakers or intercoms in the vicinity, helping them hopefully to deter the crime or avoid the crime altogether. So Zenitel as I mentioned earlier, Zenitel offers a wide range of integrated solution that enables you to add audio to almost any security system. And speaking about the integration, I just wanted to highlight some of the integrations that we have done over the last few years. So we deliver communication solution for security industry by seamlessly integrating with third-party security applications such as PSIMs, such as building management systems, such as SCADA system, video management system, as such. As you can see on this slide, in the last few years, we have accelerated our rate of integration with security platform, making Zenitel as an ideal audio partner among system integrators and installers, because we have done all of the integration upfront with the open standard. And therefore, it makes it easier for system integrators and installers to use this pre-integrated integration with us. Most of our integrations are done using open standards such as SIP, such as OnWave, such as other IP protocol. It makes it easier for technology partners such as Milestone and Genetec and others to work with us. In addition to these open standards, we also have the possibility to go deeper with our integration with selected technology partners using software APIs. So I just wanted to highlight, what we can do with open standard, but rather than talking about all the open standard, I want to pick one which is very close to what we offer, which is OnWave. So I'm going to go a bit more details on how we support OnWave and what are the features that we can offer through OnWave. So for those who haven't heard of OnWave, OnWave actually creates a standard for how IP products within the video surveillance and other physical security areas can communicate with each other. The on-way specification aims to achieve interoperability between network video products regardless of the manufacturer. So, as an example, an access camera can talk to a video management system from without any integration at all, as long as on-way is supported. So our products, both video products, which is the video intercom, as well as the audio product, which is the audio only intercom, as well as IP speakers, they support on-way out of the box. This means that these products can directly be connected to any security platform that supports on-way. In the previous slides, you have seen the list of platforms that we have already integrated with on-way and SIP and so on. Since on-way runs directly on the devices itself, the edge devices itself, our intercoms support on-way in any modes. I have shown you earlier that we support 3 different operation modes: SIP, ICH, and ICX-Alphacom. Since on-way runs on the device itself, regardless of the operating mode, we support on-way on all 3 modes. With integration to on-way, I just wanted to highlight some of the high-level features that we can support over on-way. So you have devices running either in ICH mode or ICX-Alphacom mode or SIP mode. And then these devices, we use on-way interface. On these devices, we use on-way interfaces and protocols for device discovery, video streaming, two-way audio calls, and then device I/O to communicate with security platform that supports the same interfaces. So these 4 interfaces that you see here, that can be integrated with any security platform that support these 4 interfaces. The purpose of this webinar is not to go through the details of these individual interfaces, but I'm going to highlight some of the features that we can enable using this open standard over on-way. But if you need, or if you'd like to get to know more about these features, you can also refer to our website as well. First and foremost, the device discovery that makes the device installation easy. As a security system, discover our audio devices, including intercoms and IP speakers, automatically on their system. So this eliminates any manual intervention when it comes to discovering our devices on the third-party video management platform or the security platform. And not only they can discover the devices using their own video management console, they can also configure our audio devices. Again, these all are possible in most cases using the standard on-way features. The next one, the video streaming is another key feature that is enabled by this on-way integration. So security platform owners can stream live video from Zenitel devices, such as we have door entry intercoms, which have integrated HD video camera. So through on-way integration, they can stream video to the third-party video management system. And also, with the two-way communications possibilities, I think this is where Zenitel can really enhance the customer value to the security system. As I mentioned earlier, using two-way audio interface, the security personnel can now intervene the scene with voice messages such as warning of an intruder. So, using the video management console, they can send live and pre-recorded voice messages to our devices such as IP speakers, which might be installed at the fence or perimeter. So in addition to the the sending audio messages, we also offer audio monitoring possibilities, again over the standard on-wave interface. This helped them to add audio context to their video stream, because rather than just looking at video only, now they have also get the audio from our devices such as IP speakers and intercom, so they have a better sense of security by integrating our products into their video management system. With that, I'm going to, I know that sorry, Said, I ran over a bit time, but yeah, with that, I'm going to pass over to you. Thanks.
Shri, thank you very much for this presentation, quite insightful, and you gave us actually insightful intro about the Zenitel and extensive product portfolio. Let's immediately start with Maciej's presentation.
Yes,
Maciej, in our actually previous talks, you mentioned, of course, about DONWIF, but you also mentioned that Senstar as a company is able to provide like open solutions for any other type of the companies and any other type of the request. Could you please share your presentation with us and
I will.
let us see what actually Senstar is able to do when it comes to open solutions?
Okay, let me give you a quick introduction, because it's a very special part of the security business. So we are not the camera manufacturer. This is more specific for perimeter protection. So I'll give you a short introduction of what do we do, where our portfolio starts, where it ends, without too many details. This is, we would be talking for a few hours. So I'll be very quick, and I will talk about the open standards, which are the topic of today's conversation. So let me just quickly move forward. So anyway, Senstar is a Canadian company. So we are experts in perimeter security for over 40 years, actually 43 years. We are a stock exchange listed company, so and we are very serious about the perimeter because we have probably the biggest portfolio of different technologies for perimeter protection on the market. So there are companies that are focused on some technologies like 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4. We have more, so we are like one-stop shop for your perimeter protection. So our motto actually from last year is Senstar makes sense. So we are a sensing company. So we make sensors, different types of technologies, which briefly overview in a second. So we focus on several verticals, which I will also mention. But this is like basically for every type of perimeter we have a solution. So we'll find something for you based on your budget, based on your expectations, and so on. So there are two main, let's say, groups of products that we have, groups of solutions. So of course we are the most known for our PIDS system. So it's perimeter intrusion detection systems. Different technologies for fences, for walls, for buried applications, and also aerial sensors. And we constantly expand it. So just briefly to give you the idea, of course, we have fiber optic sensors that go over like 100 kilometers to protect, your border, your pipeline, your gas pipes, your data, fiber optic backbones for data centers. We have non-fiber optic systems for fans. We have volumetric sensors for very, very accurate detection of trespassers and cars in the various environments. We have intelligent lighting for the fence that incorporates some sensors. We have very special dedicated systems like X-Field, which is mainly used by military and nuclear power plants, basically exclusively. And many different technologies, including microwave barriers and some others, which I will mention in a second. So just to put it on the table, so everybody knows what we're talking about. So PIDS are main, let's say, expertise. The second part is our software, which is Senstar Symphony. Many years ago, we acquired a company called iMetis. which is also Canadian. So it became Senstar Symphony from iMetis Symphony. So it's a software that is like a VMS, but it's also a security management system, and it's like a common operating platform, which incorporates everything, including sensors, cameras, and different things, including access control, all in one platform. So this can be your one-stop shop for perimeter protection. We don't manufacture cameras, but you can use any cameras that you want. So this is also something I will tell you more about in a second. And of course, we have video analytics, which is also a part of the package that you can use physical sensors, but also video analytics on cameras, but also we have video analytics made in-house. Additionally to that, there is something that we created pretty recently, but it's like a link between the physical sensors and the software with cameras, and the VMS with the, let's say, camera picture. So we created something called Sensor Fusion. This is a part of our software, and it takes information from physical sensors and information from the cameras. It is AI-based analysis with including the object identification, and the goal is to minimize false alarms. So we don't trust 100% video analytics. We don't trust 100% sensors, which are of course great. But if we combine all this and we use Sensor Fusion, especially in situation of a very, let's say, with tough environment where you get a lot of nuisance alarms or false alarms, we can optimize that. So we have solution for that has been recently, let's say, showcased. But we also have new devices. So we, apart from these, very known technologies, we just introduced something called MultiSensor. So this is a device that incorporates several different sensors. I will not go into details, but this is something brand new. This is something that basically is pretty new to the market, and because we are experts on the perimeter protection, we are able to create something that fits into the, let's say, gaps of our offering, and the solution can be even more complete. So this is something that you could use for very special places where you want to even increase more your security over your perimeter. And another thing, in cooperation with our partner from Germany, we actually added to our portfolio 3D LiDAR. This is a non-rotating head, very special 3D LiDAR, also to help protect your perimeter. So we create our own technologies. We partner up with others. We have very, very wide portfolio of different sensors, and we don't stop there. So we add new things, and we invest in R&D to create new solutions. And we use, everybody use AI now, and of course we also go this route because this really help reduce costs and helps increase the accuracy of alarm detection. Just few words about who are our customers. Of course, these are just our main recipients of very, let's say, high-end solutions. Of course, corrections, utilities, including solar power plants. This is a huge boom all across the Central Eastern Europe. Up from even Estonia down to Greece. Different level of sunshine, but solar power plants, huge ones, are popping up like mushrooms everywhere. Data centers, also very big market for us. The whole energy sector, power plants, all the transmission, basically everything that is related to all types of energy generation, transportation, and so on. Logistics, another big vertical for us, but we don't stop there. This is just some major details. Of course, we do a lot of critical infrastructure. We do a lot of military projects. Basically, you name it, and we are there wherever there is a need for high security perimeter. We are probably there. So now going back to the topic. So we talked about open standards and open platforms. So as I mentioned, we have software and we also have sensors. So on both of these, let's say, product groups or solutions, we have, we apply open standards, and we treat it as an open platform, because in our interest is that the more customers use it with their own selected software, hardware, or whatever, it's better for us, because sometimes there is an integration created, especially for one customer, then you can use it on the other side of the world, and so on. But basically, we try to help our customers to make it as available as possible. So there are several ways that we do it. Of course, we have SDK API available, so you can write your own integration. There are many integrations available already. I mean, for the last 43 years, so we partnered up with a lot of software vendors. Of course, you can use our software as a, let's say, operators software, but we are very open if you use whatever else. The idea is to help create hybrid systems based on the software, hardware, different devices, cameras, but it's all up to the designer and the system integrator that chooses the different bricks. We of course help them to let's say optimize it in terms of the cost and in terms of the effect to meet the expectations of the customers. Of course, the budget is also very important. So regarding the open standard, so we have, as I mentioned, we have a lot of different types of sensors, and of course it would be very hard to integrate integrate it with every software. Let's say there is a customer that has got a fiber optic system, they have this new multi-sensor, they have this I don't know, Omnitrax in the ground. How do you do it? If you build a system and then you add cameras, it would be a nightmare. So we have something called Network Manager. So it's a software that takes information from various different sensors. So all of them are integrated with our Network Manager, and Network Manager unifies everything and sends out information, actually communicates both ways with your software. So this could be any software. This could be even software that you wrote. And if you allow the Network Manager to send this information to your system, this will be working. Another thing that worth mentioning is that even if you don't want to make an integration, or there is an integration that is non-existing, you can use a functionality of sending, custom ASCII messages over TCP/IP to your system. So I will give you an example in a second how this can help. So basically, there is no programming needed. You just set up a custom messages to be sent on different events to be sent to your system. If your system is capable of receiving these messages, you can do whatever you want with them. You can put them in an event stream, or you can create an alarm and take actions. So basically, even if there is no integration, there is an easy way to do it. Regarding the software, our VMS/SMS platform, Senstar Symphony, there are different elements that we use that are open platform. As I mentioned, we are not a camera manufacturer, so in our interest is to be as open as possible, so you can use it with any device that you choose. So if there is some, a camera that you love that has got some functionality that I want to use it, of course we use OnVIF. We incorporate like latest OnVIF standards for the data exchange. We use RESTful API for integration with other systems. We use I mentioned, the Network Manager sending messages over TCP/IP, but the Symphony also has got the listener to listen for this kind of messages if they are sent from other devices, other systems, and of course we use the open platform communication that's OPC. So all these elements that we try to make it as open as possible, not to limit our customers or our partners to some vendors. And of course, we all know that there are some vendors that have fantastic products, but they limit, let's say, everything to let's say a camera plus the VMS, and basically adding a different camera, it's a nightmare, or it's not even possible. So we try to go totally different route. You can add whatever devices you want from other vendors. So we create a friendly environment with open SDK and API. It's even worth to mention that Network Manager has got a very nice functionality that if you want to test how it works with your system, you just need Network Manager. You can simulate any device that we have. So you don't really need a physical device. And of course, if you want to simulate a buried system, that that would be a nightmare. So it's to create an environment just for testing. So you can create the virtual devices that can be simulating real system and see how the communication works with your software. Just to mention, just as Sri mentioned, that they have a lot of integration partners. So do we. So we constantly work with the big names and the smaller names from the industry. These are just some of the names that we cooperate on making sure that that our sensors and our software is seamlessly working. So just to let you know how what is the philosophy, and that we are completely trying to focus on being open for different technologies, not creating a closed environment. So that was just a short introduction. So Said,
Maciej, thank you very much for the presentation. Quite insightful and providing a lot of actually information. And you actually mentioned during your presentation about like, if I can use the term, open as much as possible. So how does it actually, maybe question for you, how do you actually support your clients in terms of, for example, if you are using integrated solution, let's say like from the Blickfeld like LiDAR solution, in terms of, do you find any challenges in this way to provide clients with open standards? How do you actually overcome these challenges?
Not at all. So I mentioned that for our software, we use we try to keep up with the implementations of OnVIF. So also the OnVIF standards that are responsible for the data exchange. So basically any device that is generating some data and is using open standards, we can use it as a source of information for the alarms for our platform. So this is not a challenge for us, I would say.
Great. Another question for you is actually about in what ways actually do open standards benefits Senstar clients in terms of, like, if you are talking about system upgrades and maintenance.
Yeah, so to quickly answer to that, I mentioned network manager as a, let's say, integration point between our sensors and outside world, some other software. So basically, once you create your system and install your sensors, network manager is like backwards compatible. So whatever you have very old or you have some new devices, it will work with it. But then the let's say the information flow between network manager and your software it remains unchanged. So basically, if you upgrade your system, let's say you have newer version, let's say, of Milestone or whatever other system, then nothing changes on our side. So this is like completely there is no maintenance needed on our side. And regarding, of course, the VMS, this is just upgrades of the system allow for the new implementations on VIF to be incorporated into your system. And of course, if you add a new camera that is not, let's say, integrated with, let's say, older version of the system, you can always use on VIF. So yeah, so open standards and kind of being resistant to the, let's say, to being future proof. So you can change. This is something we started discussion at the beginning, that you want to change a part of the system and you want this to be as seamless as possible. So I think we basically do whatever it's possible to make it as seamless as possible.
Right. Thank you very much, Maciej. Sri, question for you. First of all, actually, I would like actually to congratulate you and the Zenitel team. It was very nice to see that graphics of rise in your partner starting from 2020 to 2024. So in this regard, actually, when it comes to integration and everything else, so can you provide an overview of actually how Zenitel implements open standards in its solutions?
Sure. Yeah, I think we at Zenitel, we take an active role in making sure that our product and solutions complies to the latest open standard. We spend significant part of our R&D resources on this, actually, to make sure that we test them properly, we have the right development, and then test them and according to the latest open standards, such as OnVIF and SIP in this case. So as a company who is delivering not only the end devices, but also the entire end-to-end communication portfolio. Our aim is to make sure that our entire portfolio is actually compliant to widely viable industry standard within the security market. As mentioned in my previous presentation as well, so Zenitel can deliver these complete communication services from end device to the up to the centralized communication platform. So if you look at our communication server, which is called ICX-Alphacom, as I mentioned, it supports open standards such as SIP. So yeah, it supports SIP trunk. So what it does actually, this allows customers to have a tight integration with third-party telephony server or radio system or any other communication technologies. So what it does actually, this gives them the possibility to bring various communication technologies, whether it's a Microsoft Teams or whether it's a radio from Tetra network or it's a IP telephony from Cisco, call manager. So by being able to integrate with over SIP trunk, ICX Alphacom bring every single communication technology under a single platform using only the open standards such as SIP. In addition to SIP, as I mentioned, all of our devices also support on-WIF, and we looked into that as well. All of the benefits that we can bring with the SIP integration. Sorry, on-WIF integrations. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Shri. Before my next question, I also encourage our audience to ask the questions. If you have any questions, feel free to ask Shri and Maciej, and then they will actually answer you in this webinar or later. Maciej, going further, so basically you mentioned about maintenance and upgrading systems and so on. So basically, following that question, so what actually measures do you take to ensure that Sensar solutions remain future-proof through the use of open standards?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, this is so Network Manager is backwards compatible. If you use very old systems and if you use new systems, if you add new devices, you don't really need to change anything on our side, and basically the communication with your software doesn't change at all. This is the same information, but it's just the type of sensor that has generated the alarm that changed. So basically there is of course the sensors. This is a little bit different than cameras. So the lifespan of perimeter protection systems based on different sensors that are fenced in the ground is very long. We have systems that are even recently there was a little bit of we had a little bit of a maintenance case of the system that was hurt by an excavator that was 28 years old, and it was working, but somebody was digging and they cut the cable, but basically it was working. This is a very long lifespan, and I don't believe there is a lot of cameras that can be there and be fully working for such a long time. So in our case, being future proof is kind of very important, that because our sensors will be there, so we try to make it as easy to possible to keep it alive with the software, with the future, let's say, because probably the VMS or other software will change, and the sensors will stay there. So we keep it consistent and let's say future proof on this side. Not sure if that answers your question.
Thank you very much, Maciej. You mentioned that with excavator and the sensor, it's very nice to hear it. I will also ask you about the case study, but before asking that question, Shri, question for you. So basically, how do open standards enhance the effectiveness of Zenitel's solution?
I think this
What
is
brings
something.
actually the benefits?
Yeah, I think this is something I briefly touched upon during my presentation as well, because as I mentioned, Zenitel offers a wide range of integrated solutions, which enables you to add audio to almost any security workflow. So within if you look at the security workflows, it has three phases. The first phase is about being able to detect a security threat, and then once you have detected, you should be able to respond immediately. And then the final part of the security workflow is actually to the learning part, which is the auditing part. So you need to understand what has happened and what can be improved in the future, and also it's being used for the training purposes. So audio, being part of the security workflow, adds significant value to every single step, by being able to use our intercom and IP speakers as part of the detection phase. We support voice activity detections. Imagine you have an IP speaker at the fence or the perimeter that can continuously monitor the audio levels, and the minute that the audio level exceeds, it can immediately inform or alert the security operator about the incident. So the security operator not only have the video from the parameter, but also they can listen into it. And then, with that, they can make the call whether this is really a security threat or this is a false alarm. So if it's a security threat, then they goes to the second phase, which is about acting immediately based on what they have seen. So in this case, if it's a real security threat, they have the possibility to make the announcement to our IP speakers or any other audio products, either live announcement, or they can also, with the push of a button on their security management platform, they can also dispatch recorded messages as well. So hopefully with that message, we can warn off that trespasser, or at least deter that security threat until you are able to dispatch a security guard physically to the site. And in terms of the final auditing part, we have option to stream both video and audio from our devices to third-party system like video management system or the third-party recorders. So with this information, they have a better context. On top of the video context, they have now the audio context to be able to better understand what has happened, as well as how quickly they were able to make the response in this case. So we by being able to incorporate audio into this security workflow, we help every single step of the way in terms of addressing the security threat towards from the customer side.
Shri, thank you very much. Actually, I loved your slide where you actually put the audio next to access control and next to video, because actually audio is actually, if we can say, like complete security there, what we need. The last question for Maciej. So basically, I would like to hear from your side, like a case study where actually Senstar successfully utilize open standards to meet a specific client's needs. Actually, you mentioned in our previous talk,
Yeah.
about that you have several of these examples. If you could share with us
this is
just
every
one
day.
example.
This is every day. So basically, we try to help our customers with integrations. So I will not mention any names, as already previously. So as I previously said, very often this is a critical infrastructure, military project. So not mentioning any names, but anyway, one of our customers, which is actually kind of a trend. I'm sorry, I have a thunderstorm behind my window, so sorry for the flashes.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's very loud. So, but anyway, one of our customers
still we
wanted
cannot
to.
hear it.
Okay, that's good microphone. One of our customers specifically wanted to build a project around one of the PSIM platforms. They just wanted the functionalities and so on, and they wanted to use some of our fence sensors and one of the sensors in the ground. And they wanted to incorporate the alarms from the systems through the network to their platform. The problem was that we never worked with this PSIM manufacturer, because that was like a local for this country. And the integration would be who would pay for it and how to do it and so on. But as I mentioned, we have a functionality in Network Manager, which is sending custom text, ASCII text messages over TCP/IP based on every single event. So if this is like a malfunction of the, let's say, sensor cable, if this is a power failure, if this is alarm in zone 1, whatever that there is, you can customize with your own or maybe predefined messages and send it over TCP/IP to your system, if your system is capable of receiving it. And it turned out to be a very easy solution to actually fix it. There was no need for programming, and the customer is very, very happy. And we have plenty of deployments that were this way this has been done. So there is no like hard integration, but it's a pure, TCP/IP. TCP is an open standard as well. So sending over a common protocol, a ASCII text message is a solution. So, but this is a functionality of our PITs. Yeah. So that's the story. Not very not very
It's quite
entertaining, but
actually
this is how it works, and this is about open standards and fixing problems and making implementation quick and easy.
quite interesting, definitely. Sri and Maciej, I don't have any more questions. Thank you very much for your time, actually, for providing us with the insights in the open standards and actually how clients, system integrators, installers, manufacturers as well, how all of these groups can benefit from using of open standards. I would also like to thanks to our audience actually for participating in this webinar. I actually hope that you also could hear very interesting information here and stories about open standards and actually about the product solutions that are based on open standards. One more, Maciej and Sri, thank you very much, and it was
Thank
nice
you.
having you. Definitely, we as a magazine, we will follow you in terms of your development of new product solutions that are actually interesting for the market and bring it to support to this. Thank you very much to all of you. Stay
Thank you.
tuned for more webinars. Next week we are talking about comprehensive security audits. Avigilon, Ultravision, and advanced cybersecurity will be there. We will talk about, as I mentioned, the comprehensive security audits. So be there, and looking forward to seeing you again. So thank you very much, and see you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much.